Okay, so these farmers start organizing. They're starting to have a little bit of success. And they start to realize, like, hey, maybe we should do something about all this new political power they're starting to have. So they start looking at it in terms of uh, ways to create laws to help them with their debt, right? Because that's one of the major things, right? What do we do about all this debt they're starting to pile up? And so, because they have to pay more in shipping and stuff like that. So what they're starting to do is uh, there's an issue that when they try to get rid of their debt, they're having a problem in that there's a gold standard, right? If you look at our cash dollars today, they say in God we trust. Well, it used to be in gold we trust. If you had a dollar bill, you could physically take that dollar bill and go and exchange it for a dollar's worth of gold. You can't do that now today, but you used to be able to. And so create a situation where there was not enough flexibility in how they could control the debt situation because ultimately everything was tied to gold. You can't create false inflation rates, and you can't meddle with the money because there's only so much that could be had. It's one of those, like, I think of this standpoint. If we all had a pie and I cut it in six slices, right? Well, the most anybody could get would be a slice of pie for six people, right? So there's only two things you can do. Either A, you can cut the pie more, or to feed more people, or B, you can get more pie. Well, that was the problem. You couldn't get more pie. We didn't have more gold to be made. So they started trying to get away from having dollars backed by gold, so that way they could change interest rates and really mess with the money. This is going to have some downsides to it too, but at the time, the farmers really wanted to get off that gold standard because it was keeping their debts high. Uh, you couldn't have inflation, and inflation makes debt lower, right? Like if, for example, if we were to go back in time and I had a loan on my house for $10,000, well, 100 years ago, that's a ton of money. But today, that's nothing. I mean, most people owe more than that on their car. So inflation is good for people that have debt. And you can't have that if everything's tethered or tied off to gold. But that's where you start getting these farmer groups too, like the farmers insurance, the We Are Farmers, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that was originally farmers getting together to have wholesale life insurance and wholesale health insurance to lower that rate because there's groups of people buying it.